Good day everyone! So today we will tackle about gene cloning or genetic cloning. Okay, before that, we will proceed with the question, what is gene cloning? A clone is an exact copy of an organism, organ, single cell, organelle, or micromolecule. Cell lines for medical research are derived from single cell allowed to replicate millions of times, producing masses of identical clones. Gene cloning is the act of making copies of a single gene. Cloning can provide pure sample of an individual gene separated from all the other genes that it normally shares the cells with. Once a gene is identified, clones can be used in many areas of biomedical and industrial research. Genetic engineering is the process of cloning genes into a new organism or altering genetic sequence to change the protein product. The legal and ethical issues of cloning that make it controversial. Ever since the advent of cloning, there have been arguments for and against this process. A fundamental argument is that cloning is ethically wrong in various religions. Groups have rejected it, saying that cloning is equivalent to playing God. Did you know? In 1997, Dolly the sheep became the first mammal to be successfully cloned. The cloning required an astonishing 277 trials that produced only 29 embryos, among which only one birth survived. To explain in a specific way, cloning means replacing the egg nucleus of an organism with the donor's nucleus. This nucleus contains unique genes of the donor. The procedure involves removing the nucleus of a somatic cell and inserting it into enucleated or unfiltered egg cell. Unlike natural reproduction, wherein the egg contains a combination of genetic material, this egg, which grows into an embryo, contains only the donor's gene. Theoretically, this might seem fairly straightforward. However, a high failure rate along with the prevalence of high deformity and disability rates in cloned animals strongly suggest cloning might not be applicable to humans. The ethical issues in details. Religious belief and control. Cloning goes against the basic belief of certain religions that only God has created life and its various forms in nature. Humans cannot act as God. Even when genetically identical twins are born, their embryo split spontaneously or randomly to give a new unique genetic combination. Cloning involves a controlled split of the embryo to produce a tailor-made genetic makeup. Ethically, it is wrong for any human to have control over the genetic makeup of any other individual. More so, the cloned individual would be generated for specific purposes. This essence is wrong, wherein the purpose of an individual's life should be more than just satisfying someone else's needs. Relationships and individuality. Cloning creates a new human, yet strips him of his individuality. A man along with his clone can never be dignified as a single identity. The uniqueness attributed to human from God might be at stake. The replication of an individual is a major blow to his most distinct feature, his identity. An important fact, how will the cloned individual may react and behave with regards to his family and parents? If he or she is cloned from his grandparents and not his parents, would he or she be considered a sibling? How would he or she react? How would the parents and family regards the cloned individual? When we are unsure about the implications or consequences of such situation, it is ethically wrong to subject any individuals to such test as fellow human beings. Failure rate. Physicians and doctors have a moral obligation to ensure and translate the safety of any medical procedure to his or her patients. As of now, no one can guarantee that the child born due to cloning would be a healthy one. The high failure rate in cloning mammals and other species is completely unacceptable when it comes to cloning humans. Moreover, in case of a failed cloning attempt, putting down mammals or other species in itself is distressing. Translating the same in case of human clones is ethically and medically unjustifiable, as well as criminals. Illegal cloning and clones. A cloned child having multiple donors might complicate parental right issues as well as inheritance and marital eligibility issues. Another view suggests that there is a possibility of clone being developed without the concerned individual's consent. This will definitely create legal issues, not to mention violation of medical as well as moral ethics. Many people are also concerned that clone would be produced with a specific need and purpose in mind, and such cloned individuals would be traded or sold, amounting to human trafficking, which is illegal. Since human cloning raises some serious concerns, it would be highly irresponsible to pursue this method without giving it a serious thought. New issues are bound to crop up with advances in this field, and only time can decide its fate. Until the benefits are discussed by society to outweigh the harm, it would be inappropriate to participate in cloning of humans. In view of highly debatable aspects about cloning and weighing in on the pros and cons of this process, UNESCO passed a non-binding United Nations Declaration on Human Cloning on March 2005, which states practices which are contrary to human dignity, such as reproductive cloning of human beings, shall not be permitted. On the United States, there are no federal laws that ban cloning completely, yet 13 states have banned reproductive cloning. Although many countries have banned cloning, many countries allow therapeutic cloning, a system in which the stem cells are extracted from the pre-embryo with the intention of generating a whole organ or tissue so that it can be transplanted back into the person who gave the DNA.